Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily Drivers Inc. Racing League for Race 8 of this inaugural regular season. We are here at Talladega Motor Speedway. You guys know all about this place. There's movies about this place, and for a good reason. It doesn't get crazier than it gets here at Talladega. Anyone with a chance to win here. So far, we are in qualifying already, and we have a 24 truck field. That is going to tie for the biggest field in DRL history, and I have the best and biggest booth to accompany me here today. My name is YZ, and I got my boys Drugstore Cowboy and Johnny Replay here with me today. How you doing today, DC?
I'm doing fantastic. I am ready for 75 laps, 85 laps around the tallest of Degas.
Yeah, certainly is the tallest of Degas. You will not find one any taller. And speaking of, how you doing today, Johnny Replay? How you feeling about this Talladega race?
How you doing, man? I'm feeling great. Can't wait to see what happens here at Talladega. As a newcomer to NASCAR, all I've seen is Talladega Nights, and I hope this lives up to it.
I mean, to be fair, Talladega Nights really one of the best previews you'll ever see. What to expect in this type of racing. You see guys going upside down in that movie. You see all types of stuff, and it certainly can happen here at this crazy racetrack. But with that said, we're already in qualifying here, so let's go straight into the points entering this race. These are the standings entering today. Zach Panzarella still holding that first place regular season points over there, and that lead has only swelled up with Patrick Cowgill missing last week's race. So Cowgill now finding himself 51 points behind Panzarella. But if there's ever going to be a place where you can make up that ground, this is the track. So much can happen here, especially the field this size. Third place, the back-to-back winner, Cody Gibson. He is just absolutely rocketing up those standings, and he is here to stay. He is only 2 races away from locking himself in for eligibility, so all he has to keep doing is Cody Gibson things, and he's locking up those playoff points as well. We'll take a closer look at that. Another guy who has racked up multiple wins if you include exhibition races. Stephen Kirby winning an exhibition race and also has won a race here in the regular season. He's in 4th. Cody Matthews, the last time we were at a track like this, it was Cody Matthews who took home the win, DC.
Yeah, a lot of pace up in that, especially, Cody Gibson showing a lot of pace these last few weeks, but we're heading into Talladega where all these cars top out at about a little over 170 by themselves. So if he's going to win, he's going to need some help. He does have the teammates to do it, but so does everybody else. It'll be interesting to see who's brave enough to put it to the front at the end of the race.
Yeah, that's going to be one thing that's going to be really close to follow. This is one of those tracks where anything can happen, where that wild card rule could really come to effect. So with that said, let's go through the rest of our about top 20 here, everything on screen. So we got Hillman over in 6th place, somewhat comfortably in the playoffs right now. As you see, he has about a 50 point actually gap to outside the chase. 7th place is Colton Easterday. He is not here today. Easterday forced to miss this race. This will likely be his drop race. He had perfect attendance up until this point, guys. So that's a big one that Easterday and not in this lineup here today. Denny Sanchez, he is here today, and he's going to be in 8th place. Keep your eye on that car, Denny Sanchez. Brandon Lowless, we've seen so much speed out of Lowless. Will today be the day where he has the finish to show for how fast that backpack racing truck has been? And then Dalton Geyer would be the last driver in the chase if it started today. So let's look below that. We have Graham McGivern, Thomas Fox, Glenn Grisby, Christopher Cowgill, Mark Zabik, Juan Delgado, Ryan Newman. Those are all guys who are here today. And let's talk about that wildcard rule real quick. So if any of these guys who all of them either already have met the eligibility to make the chase or are one race away, and this will be that race, if they win this race, guys, they could be an 11th driver in this chase.
Yes, sir, they could. Unfortunately, they would have to forfeit any playoff points that they have accumulated to that point. They basically start at 0 in the chase. Of course, they have the option to not enter that chase for the championship and go for the best of the rest, and they would keep all those points that they've accumulated if they did decide to do that. But if you want to enter the chase, you got to pay the toll.
Exactly, and that would be a good problem to have for any of those drivers. Fortunately, below that, Zach Kilbin, Case Beer, and Beckman not in our lineup yet, so I don't think those guys are going to be showing up here today. So I'm keeping my eye on all those drivers, Ryan Newman and above. Can they get it done? Can they make that wildcard rule important here in this inaugural season? Let's move on quickly here to our team standings. And here we are. This is after 7 races. DDI 44 ever, and that's the team of Dalton Geyer, Zach Panzarella, Juan Delgado, and Greg McGivern. They have been keeping the lead for about the majority of this season, but that lead is shrinking, and it's by the virtue of backpack racing. Those guys are catching up, DC.
Yeah, you know what? For a little bit there, it was that 44 ever crew was really kind of, one of the only kind of consistent teams bringing 4 cars to the track. But Backpack this last kind of stretch of races has been bringing 4 guys, and they've been putting all those guys up in the top 5, top 10, winning races, and they've really cut into this lead.
Yeah, they really have. It was upwards of 70 points last week, down to 46 going to this one. SWM, another team I'm keeping my eyes on. Cody Matthews, a member of that team. You know he loves this type of racing. You know that a lot of these guys have this one circled. Chris Calgill, currently on top of our qualifying, actually. So it looks like Chris Calgill could be looking at his first pole. We'll see who else goes out there. But I am keeping my eye on the SWM team in this one. Behind them, DDI Vortex, they were holding on to second for a while there, but that has slipped away recently. They are now finding themselves all the way back in 4th and 77 points behind SimWorld. They actually going to have some extra help here today. Daniel Schmidt in the lineup. It's been a couple of weeks since we've seen Schmidt. So excited to see that 92 truck back in the field. And Matt Novella. So that team is full strength here today. Vortex going to be looking good in terms of participation. And Alex Hellman, you know how much he loves these plate tracks. Behind them, you have the Golden Octopi. And I am looking at Stephen Kirby in this one. You know Kirby hungry to win this race. Kirby hungry to get that second win. He's been so close the past few weeks. I think he felt like that was his race last week, just barely slipping away from him there at the end. But I have my eye on that team as well. Make it the rest of our standings. We have Black Wolf Racing and DMZ Motorsports, and really no one too far back from anyone. This is all still to play for, and this won't reset as we get to the chase. So this is going to continue on for the next 8 races. We're only halfway done. Today will mark the halfway point for the entire season if you were to include the chase with that. So that's exciting. We'll have to keep our eye on that. We'll take a look at the playoff points as this race goes on, because that's something that we're going to have to start tracking here. We are only about 30 seconds away from our qualifying order. So while we have an opportunity to, because we're going to have a lot of drivers in this field today, let's just get the engines started right meow.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
You know, we got new music this week. We got all kinds of new features every week, but one thing that will stay the same is our boy Kevin James showing up every week. But let's take a look at these qualifying results, because I am loving who I'm seeing on the pole. His first ever career DDIRL pole. Christopher Calgill going to get it done for SWM. We said to look out for that team. What a lap by Calgill. He's going to put it on the pole. Sharing the front row with him will be a newcomer. Kyle Wellman will be sharing the front row with him. So Wellman, newer to this league, but excited to see what he can get done in this race here today. Making up the second row, more SWM guys, and that's Mark Zab and Patrick Calgill. So that team getting it done in qualifying, clearly having an agenda and executing it. Speaking of agendas, we have two 44 ever drivers making up the third row. That's going to be Graham McGivern and Dalton Geyer side by side for 5th and 6th. 7th place will belong to Stephen Kirby. The old Golden Octopus driver will be starting in 7th place in this one. 8th will be Sky Stevens, another rookie. Excited to see more fresh faces here in this league. Sky Stevens starting in 8th place. Cody Matthews, the last time you were at a play track, he was the winner. That was at Daytona. Cody Matthews in 9th place and running out the top 10. Welcome back, Dylan Schmidt.
And down in 11th, we got Cody Gibson. 12th, Wayne Newman. 13th, Alex Hillman. 14th, Glenn Grigsby. 15th, Ryan Newman. 16th, Tanner Marr. 17th, Zach Panzarella. 18th, Brandon Lullis. 19th, Matt Novella. 20th, Danny Sanchez. 21st, Larry Bell. 22nd, Juan Delgado. 23rd, Tommy Fox. And 24th, rounding out the field, good old Jerry Rose.
A lot of faces that we missed seeing here, a lot of fresh faces, a lot of familiar faces, a lot of missed faces, and look at that shot as this field of 24 here in the DDIRL lining it up here at Talladega. How you feeling over there, Johnny Replay? What are you looking to see in the beginning of this race? Are you thinking these guys are going to try to settle in, or are you thinking we're going to see some mayhem early?
You know what? I think they would try to settle in. You know, it's the beginning of the race. It's Talladega. There's not really much advantage you can get. So I think they're going to settle in at the beginning of the race, try to just get those laps going on, and then towards the end of the race, that's when we're going to start seeing more of people trying to be aggressive and trying to get to the front.
I'd expect the same. This is a marathon here at Talladega, especially 85 laps around this 2.5 mile speedway. This place is enormous. You see these drivers lining up, and I expect to see a lot of the same. And one thing we didn't quite bring to light during that qualifying order was just how many drivers DC decided not to put in a qualifying lap at all. I think it was about 16 drivers put in a lap.
Yeah, looks like, the top 15 put in a lap. Everybody else decided to keep it in the garage. And I mean, obviously the reason for that is just to not be in the hornet's nest early, kind of kick back for these first, I don't know, maybe 20 or so lap, maybe even until green flag pit stops start. Really just kind of erring on the side of caution early here are those guys in the back.
Right, I think those stage points will be on a lot of these guys' mind. That is scheduled for the end of lap 37 is when the stage has been determined for this race. So we'll see how much that matters. That's about a 25 lap fuel tank available to these guys as we get ready to get it under green here at Talladega. It's me, Chris Calgill, with his first ever DDIRL pole, leading them to green. It's a long straightaway here. There's the Geico restart zone. We're waiting on the flag man, Bernie, and we are green flag here at Talladega. Race 8 of the DDIRL. It's going to be Chris Calgill on the inside. You got Kyle Wellman on the outside, looking to make that outside line work. He's being pushed by Chris Calgill's brother, Patrick Calgill, on the inside of Chris Calgill. You have Mark Zab, another SWM teammate. Behind them, you have Dalton Geyer and Graham McGivern. So far, so good coming at it. Turn 2 here at Talladega.
Yeah, looks like that top line has kind of broken down early here. Cody Gibson already making his way up towards the front, getting up to that top line to make up the 5th car in that line there. Everything's staying orderly so far. Looks like, let's see, Christopher Calgill with the push from Mark Zab, trying to lead the opening lap of this race, get that extra bonus point, and it looks like he's going to here.
Chris Calgill, he's led a lot of laps this season, a lot of them by virtue of strategy, but not this one. That's a raw speed lap led by Chris Calgill, and it's easier said than done, especially at a track like this, to lead the first lap with or without the pole. So well done by the 03 of Calgill. He's going to log that lap led. He's going to get that bonus point, and he's going to control that inside lane. You have Zab pushing him. These two teammates probably very familiar with how to work together, and you're already seeing how important that is. A little bit of diciness a little bit further back. I'm seeing there Cody Matthews on the outside lane having a hard time getting formed up here, and that's why it's just so important to have this experience, know who you're around, and be able to trust these other drivers.
Yeah, and you see, speaking of teammates, you see Patrick Calgill up top pushing on that top lane. Probably definitely wants to get down to be with what is essentially the rest of his team that's using up the bottom line there. But obviously not really in a spot where he can do that yet. So we'll see what the strategy is for Patrick Calgill as he continues to be the pusher on that top line.
Yeah, you know Calgill doesn't want to help that 42 Wellman too much, right? He's really just trying to end up being in line with the rest of his team. That's where he wants to be, especially this early in the race. The inside, in my opinion, it's the place to be. It's the easier place to avoid those wrecks. But Calgill kind of a victim of circumstance right now, stuck on that top lane. Yeah, look at that. Didn't take these guys long. Look at there. We have Schmidt, Novella, Panzarella, a lot of Daily Driver Zinc cars going 3 wide. This could just be trying to figure things out. You're seeing a lot of those single file drivers there on the inside. Delgado and looks like Tommy Fox capping off that line. And those are just drivers who are just not wanting to smoke quite yet.
And you could kind of hear it over the radio. But it seemed, I think Jerry Rose might have either started from the pits or maybe joined late, wasn't able to get in time. He has gotten it back out onto the track. Luckily only losing, I think he only lost a lap. But he's going to hope for a caution early here so he can get that back. Oh, as you see, is that the
Wellman
42?
Wants
yeah, that's
none
Wellman
of it.
dropping back.
Wellman going to drop out of the pack. I'm not sure how voluntary that was, but Wellman had nothing to do with it. And look what that creates. Look at Novella 3 wide top of your screen.
Yeah, Novella up top there. Schmidt looking to get lined up with him as well further back.
He needs that help.
Trying to line up with his Vortex teammate. And we'll see. I think I see Alex. Yeah, no, Alex Hillman down towards the bottom. Just trying to kind of keep track of those cars, see where they are. Let's see. But now Geyer leading that top line with Patrick Cowgill on the inside. Finally lined up with his teammates here.
Yeah, check that out. Cowgill getting what he wants. He's now has control of the inside lane. I think he's the one who feels like he can push that inside lane where it needs to go as well. Cowgill so good at this type of racing, but so is that car on the outside of him. Dalton Geyer, he is familiar with this type of racing. He has a Daytona 500 win under his belt in iRacing officials, and that is a big deal. So Geyer definitely knows his way around a plate track. He's going to lay that outside lane right now, but pushing him is someone that he's not very familiar with. That, I believe, yeah, that is Scotty Stevens, newcomer to this league in the number 2, pushing Geyer. So, man, how nerve-wracking can that be, Johnny Replay, when you have someone that you have not raced with yet pushing you for the lead?
I think it's very nerve-wracking because, for one, you know how you drive. You know if you can keep it straight. You know if you swerve a little bit, you're able to maintain it. But if you're driving with someone you don't know and you start seeing them swerve, you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm the one swerving.
Oh, Cowgill dropping out.
Oh. Yeah, Chris Cowgill, he's had enough. And one thing we're not talking about enough either is you see Zach Panzarella slotting right in front of Cowgill. Cowgill's going to keep the draft. That's extremely important here. I mean, obviously, right? You got to keep that draft. If you lose that draft, that can be your entire race upside down. But Chris Cowgill, I wonder if he got a bad push, or I wonder if it was those laps he spent up front. One thing I think we may end up talking about a lot, we've seen how clean this league is. We've seen the long green flag runs these guys are capable of. Fuel could become an issue, and man, you burn a lot of fuel when you're that lead car, and look who's up front.
Cody Gibson making his way
Matt
up to the front there. Stevens, this is his first race in this league. Stevens, I think, might have led that lap. Novella up top.
Novella, help! I don't need any of that, says Matt Novella. He is by himself, but he's holding his own. On the inside, you have Cowgill and Geyer. Those are ex-teammates, and Cowgill's still DDI sponsored, so they know how to work together, but that is the blessing, the curse of no help. Matt Novella falling back through this field. Cody Gibson, can't say enough good things about this guy, as he's already worked his way up to the front of the field. But here he comes, Scotty Stevens, which, man, that sounds like a race car driver. Looking like he's going to lead, if not his second, but definitely his first lap here in the DDIRL. Talk about putting your mark on a new league. Scotty Stevens up front early.
And look at that. Yeah, he's got Tanner Marr and he's got Gibson pushing him. You know, I wonder if these guys might know each other from other leagues. I think both of these guys at least invited to this league by Gibson.
Yeah, I think
so. At least familiar with those, at least, you know, probably familiar with those guys. But, you know, I do kind of want to talk about that as far as, you know, working with and being pushed by drivers that you're unfamiliar with. I think when you're that far up in the pack, when you're racing for the lead, when you're the front of that pack, it really is just kind of any port in a storm. you know, you really have no choice in the matter. So, you know, it's best to just ride it out, try to, you know, make sure you're driving straight, control what you can control.
You're right, and Cody Gibson, he has brought reinforcements. I think that dude, he comes in this league, he immediately has speed. He immediately becomes a championship contender. But maybe you're looking around and saying, man, there's a lot of Daily Drivers Inc. logos on these cars, or on these trucks. Maybe I should get some homies over here. And we welcome it, as he has expanded the size of this league, and he's brought over some class drivers. And right now, he's pushing Scotty Stevens through to the lead. That outside lane starting to look a little bit disorganized, starting to look a little bit sketchy. I can't tell if it's greed. I can't tell if it's just a lot of mixy-matchy right now. But this is weird. Oh, and look at that. Stevens to the top. It looks like, I'm not sure if that was a bad push. It was right on the corner, but Stevens to the top. We'll see if he's able to get any help. That's Stephen Kirby. He's going to slot back in. Oh, boy. Oh, we have trouble.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh. It's not over yet. Hillman into the wall. Hard hit by Alex Hillman.
That's unfortunate. Just looked like just no traction under that. I think that was the 42 that came down and got him.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing you can really do at that point. So you see Cody Matthews, our Daytona 500 winner, involved.
Yeah.
That's big.
He is not looking good at that one. Actually, Matthews not too bad. A lot of drivers going through the grass to avoid that. We have a replay of that soon. But boy, oh boy. Oh, of course we do. John, a replay on the scene. Here we go. Top right, my friends. Let's take a look at this one. Keep your eye on the back. I think about, so this is probably where it falls apart, right? And I'm looking at where Hillman is, and Hillman's turned around, and there goes Cody Matthews. Oh, and I think I saw someone get their space license here. Almost Cody Matthews. Oh my goodness, is that Glenn Grisby going for a ride? Actually, I don't think that's Grisby. That's Wellman. That's Wellman. I'm sorry. Big one right there, DC. Oh, and look at this. Heat-seeking missile.
To go.
Boom.
Oh.
I think I might still have it.
That's one of those things where, you know, it's so tempting to try to keep it out of the grass and preserve that 1X.
Yep.
You know, especially when you're at that 0X, and it ends up costing Hillman here. As you know, I'm sure he'd gladly have that back. You know, have a clean race car if it meant just that 1X through the grass. But yeah, just unfortunate. Wrong place, wrong time.
I couldn't agree more, and I hope you guys are watching my screen right now. This is for you, Mean G Money. Boing. That was a T-bone right there. T-bone central. Alex Hillman's probably full after getting that T-bone. Shout out Mean G Money. Monday night's coming back in 1 week's time, actually. Next Monday, I will be back in the booth here in this very network, Vortex Racing Network, Monday nights for the MRL Premier Cup Series. And I'm excited about that one, guys. That's going to be a fun lead to cover. Always a great one. What made this whole thing even possible? Speaking of, since we have a little bit of time under caution right now, do you guys know how many subscribers VRN's at right now?
Are we over 100?
We're not yet. And that's the problem. We're at 98.
We're getting there.
And I would think by this point right now we're at 99. So come on, boys. Let's get that thing to 100. Because I promised you, we all promised you that when we hit 100, we're going to give away some free stuff. So let's get it to 100. Let's give away some free merch, some free NASCAR stuff. I got some stuff I'm looking over to my right over here, and I don't want it anymore. You guys can have it. So let's get it past 100. And for all you that have subscribed up, thank you so much. I did not expect this, to be completely honest. It means so much that you guys have made this possible. Did not expect this network to grow the way it did. And I also want to do one more thing here, DC, and even Johnny Replay. You gotta be part of these, man. We gotta bring back the live streams on Sundays, do we not?
Yes.
They've been a lot of fun. We gotta bring them back.
We gotta bring them back.
With all this network jumping.
Exactly, and I'm saying that, like, I gotta say that on live on air. So now that we're obligated to do it, so we're gonna bring that back, because I saw Colton Easterday shouting out like that's gonna be his new location on Sundays, and it should be, because we have a damn good time there on Sundays watching some NASCAR, getting aggressively intoxicated. It's a good time. So I would love to bring that back. I had the best time watching races with you guys. I miss rooting for Todd Gillen like that. I miss being the only, or I don't love being the only person in the room excited when Todd Gilliland does awesome things. I need that back. So hoping to bring those back as soon as what's this weekend? Is it Talladega?
No, it's not Watkins Glen. Yeah.
Oh, it's the Glen. It's the Glen. Okay, that's a fun one. Watch SVG just put a beat down on these guys for 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we're gonna see.
They're lucky Steve Kirby's not in NASCAR Cup Series, that's for sure. Speaking of Stephen Kirby, look who's in the lead.
Wow, is it Stephen Kirby? And it looks like
the two guys with the worst connection in first and second place. That's wonderful for the whole field.
Yeah, honestly. No, there was a car in second, I believe. I don't know who it was, but it looks like
it was Cody Gibson. It was Cody Gibson, and he sped. Yeah. He sped.
Well, no, there was another car though, but I think that car came in
a second.
To it might have been Mar, but yeah, somebody came in a second time to take that extra little bit of fuel because we're kind of barely able to make it to the stage break, I think, with that.
Yeah. You're very right about that, DC. Like, barely. That extra lap could be the difference. Again, it's the end of lap 37. The completion of 37 to 38 is the stage. That would not be a caution. So again, with that too, DC, if you run out of fuel, you're not going to get saved by the yellow flag. You got to have enough to get back around this 2.5 mile track.
Yeah, so really, yeah, you really got to be saving, honestly, close to
2.
You got to be able to make it close to lap 39.
Yeah.
To be able to capitalize. So we'll see here how this goes. We might just get a caution and have that not matter.
Right. That's always a possibility. A likely one here at Talladega as we're getting ready to go green. There is the Geico restart zone inside of your screen. Right there, it's going to be Stephen Kirby leading them to green. Big gap over Geyer. Geyer may have the run at it too, but man, he was not side by side with the 109 of Kirby. Kirby is going to probably, look at that gap right there. You have him being pushed by Patrick Calgill in third place right there. It's Grant McGivern. Grant McGivern has been a staple to top 5 so far in this race, doing a great job in the black and orange Daily Drivers Inc. Chevy Silverado. Outside being led by Zab and Dalton Geyer. Dalton Geyer just not with the restart he needed, and there it is right there. It's going to be Denny Sanchez who's going to become the new leader of the outside. So Denny Sanchez now may have a chance at this lead because look at that run the outside's going to have.
Yeah, Geyer having to go from push E to push R here. Pretty much from the jump. Didn't get the jump he needed. Now going to try to get that bumper lined up with the 62. Get out front here.
It does not feel like lap 13, boys. It feels like we've been out here far longer. Look at this intensity already. These guys are already going for it.
Sanchez, I think, led that lap.
Looks like he did. According to my data, he did. So Denny Sanchez can collect some bonus points, and that is much needed for that 62 truck. So much consistency and speed out of that 62 of Sanchez. Not so much the finishes that I think that he feels he deserves, but Sanchez is just knocking on the door of a comfortable chase berth, and this is the type of stuff that 62 needs to do. Denny Sanchez made the outside work, and Dalton Geyer says, I'm not here to help. He's going to the outside, and Zab might want to pull him. Geyer comes back in. A little bit of mind games there from the 36 of Geyer.
Yeah, might have thought that Sanchez might drop down to clear Kirby on the bottom, but Sanchez winds up staying up top. Everything kind of stays in order here. So we see a lot of... Everything's kind of mixed up now. I'm not seeing a lot of teammates matched up, except for if you look maybe back there to Novella and... Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's the whole DDI Vortex crew there lined up. Hillman, Schmidt, and Novella. Novella going around the outside of his teammate there, taking it 3 wide. As I say that... so teammates, lined up, maybe not necessarily working together. Oh yeah, and here comes Hillman and Novella now, trying to get something going on the outside.
Look at this by Alex Hillman. never one to show patience when it comes to this type of racing. It's worked out for him in the past. He has a PRL Cup Series win to his name. Alex Hillman knows how to get around these tracks fast, so watch out for that 08, and you know Novella is down to go with his teammate, so keep your eye on those two guys. So far, though, not enough help. I think Schmidt telling Novella, I'm down to go with you, man. Let's do this thing. Yeah, look at that. Let's see if anything can materialize here in this third lane. And Cody Gibson, you know he's down also.
Yeah, you know, I question how smart the move is at this point for Alex Hillman. You know, unless he didn't have to use that fast repair under that first caution, you know, he might be setting himself up here to get taken out of this thing early if he has no fast repair left.
Look how sketchy these.
Geyer maybe trying to line up with his. Oh, that's close, yeah. I think trying to line up with his other stablemates up top, thinking about jumping up in front of Hillman, but just
and we're almost 4 wide.
Not able to time it yet.
We are almost 4 wide here. Mark Zabek is doing the best he can to keep this line going, but there's just so many different agendas going on right now, and that just is creating absolute mayhem. 3 wide, almost to the lead here. Alex Hillman is making it work. That DDI line on the top is creating mayhem here at the DDIRL. And look at this. Here we go. 3 lines formed up. All of them have some power.
And Sanchez, it looked like maybe saw that outside lane too, started to move up as well, but slotted back in. But now Hillman and Novella with some very good push in there up top, trying to clear that middle lane, and it's really helping out that bottom lane right now as they're almost clear back to McGivern, that third car back.
Gotta also shout out that inside lane. Usually when things get like this, they get this messy. That inside lane is so limited, and you see them start to kind of fall back. McGivern and Cowgill and Ryan Newman doing a phenomenal job of keeping that inside lane going, keeping it strong, because, man, are they under fire right now. And look who may be getting abandoned. Denny Sanchez, he does not have help on that middle lane right now. We'll see how big that run is that forms back to him if we can get some help on the inside and outside. And Tommy Fox says, I want nothing to do with this. You boys have fun. Screw this.
Yeah, he was already back towards the back, but says, no, I want to be
not far back.
Even more towards the back.
Exactly.
They
want to know what 4 wide looks like, don't they? They're desperate. Like, what does 4 wide look like? Let's put on a show.
It looks like Hillman and Novella might have moved down before Schmidt and Geyer were ready on the high side. It's just them out there now, not quite able to have that run by themselves, but Hillman and Novella now leading that top lane.
And just look at that. Like, every shot we have available to us, and shout out the production boys for all these amazing camera angles we have available to us. But anywhere you look, it's just absolute craziness and just really shows the intensity of this racing. It looks like a traffic jam, but gosh, in the race car, it could not be more intense. In fact, let's go on board. Who do you guys want to do? Let's try Patrick Cowgill. That's not bad enough. It's Drew Matt Novella. Here we go. Just cannot look away for a second. Just an absolute, just death grip on the wheel right there. You can see from Novella. What are you feeling right now if you're in this group here, Johnny Replay?
Terror. You're feeling terror. Unless you're experienced, you're feeling terror. That's the last thing you want to do is you want to mess up and cause an accident.
And you can just see how narrow, thin, or just razor's edge the margin for error is here. That inside lane, though, do you see? I'm liking what I'm seeing, especially in these onboard shots. I like the runs, but look at this. We're on Wayne Newman's onboard right now, and listen to the little throttle he's using. His RPMs right there, the bottom middle of your screen, 1,000. This thing goes all the way up to 7,800. He is barely using any fuel right now. That may become important as we get closer to the stage end, and we're somehow staying green.
Yeah, you know, when you're just in the middle of it here, you're boxed in, nowhere to go. It almost, especially when you're up towards the front and actually kind of having to have your mind turned on, it's almost like, you know, when you work out, if you're doing like a plank, you know, when you're trying to hold that position, this is like a plank for your mind. Like you have to keep your mind engaged pretty much at 100%, like this whole time as you're running. and see Kirby kind of
As
blinking
Kirby
out there.
blinks out too, as if this isn't scary enough.
So and then at a certain point, you see these guys bailing out, just saying, okay, I don't want, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to just kind of ride for a bit. And that's why, because it's like it puts that stress on you. Mm-hmm. And when you're there and you see, there's 60 laps left in this thing, you're like, I don't know if I can take 5 more laps of this.
Man, I love that you brought up that point, DC, because I could not agree more. I can't tell you how many times where I do what we just saw Tommy Fox do, or we saw Chris Calgo do earlier, where you just bail out and you make sure you keep that draft, but you just want nothing to do with this. Look at this. Look at Cody Gibson in the middle, 3 wide. Do you see Hillman and Novella pushing him? Lolis in the middle. Just absolute craziness right here on lap 22 of 85. Granted, there's only 15 to go in the stage. You think it's 1 the way these guys are driving, and man, DC, I could not agree more. That's exactly what often ends up getting the better of me in these things, is the mental strain. My goodness, 5 laps feels like 100 when it's like this.
Yeah, who's liking this is those guys a little further back on that bottom line, just kind of cruising right now. Oh,
the 2 in the wall.
Saved it.
What a save, and what a momentum keeper. I don't know how to describe that, but not just a save, but no one lost position there. Great job by the 2. Sorry to cut you off.
You know what? I think also maybe the guys at the front, like a Stephen Kirby or an Alex Hillman right now, who are using probably a bunch of gas and might not even be able to make it to this stage. They kind of need a yellow if they're going to keep leading these lines, keep full throttle here. They're just not going to be able to make to the stage.
Because this isn't every other racetrack ever that isn't named Daytona or iRacing Super Speedway or Atlanta, to where, if you have a fuel issue and that can be saved by being in second place, what do? You're just like, okay, go by me. How would you possibly do that right here? We are 3 wide, 6 rows back. You can't give up 1 spot. You can't let off the gas. It's not up to you. You are quite literally a passenger. Matt Novella is driving that 08 truck right now. So yeah, you're right. Whether or not you have enough gas, there's no opportunity to find that clean air that draft you need. What do you do? So yeah, dude, they are praying for that caution, because look at this pack.
You see the points leader.
Novella just reported he's overheating. The second place in the middle line there, overheating from too much pushing. That's something we haven't brought up yet. Let's go on board, Novella. We might actually be able to see his temps, see just how bad they are. Maybe. We'll see how good this technology is. Oh yeah, she's at 220 right now. And you can tell he's letting off. So talk a little bit about that, DC, and the virtue of temp in these races and how important that is.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see the car running that hot. There's a certain point, I think. I'm not sure if it'll start flashing if he goes.
It looks like it's stuck, honestly.
It's running too hot.
It looks like what we see is just like the generic. I don't think we're getting live data, is what I'm saying.
Well, I think you get a little bit of a warning, but you get seconds of warning before that thing is going to blow up. So you really got to be careful. And he is not in the spot that anybody else wants to see him blow up either. No. That would take out probably about half the field if he did that and no one was ready. So I'm sure his teammate Panzer, or I guess his stablemate Panzarella back there, 4 rows deep, probably does not want to see that happen right in front of him. No, that would quite literally be a atomic bomb right in the middle of the field, and nothing Novella will be able to do it. And look at this. Kirby gets eaten up. Maybe Kirby. I like it, Picasso. Yes, it is. And maybe Kirby thinking, maybe this is my opportunity to keep the draft, stay in the front, protect my track position, but I cannot make it on fuel. I got to get behind somebody. And Novella thinking, sure, buddy, I'll take that. I need clean air. My engine is screaming. Looks like who's going to lead this lap? It's going to be Lolis. Oh, here we go. Lolis or Hillman? It's Lolis leads the lap. Yeah.
big for Lolis right there, and that's Panzarella. And look at that, Juan Delgado out of nowhere, pushing that third lane. So Delgado following his 44 ever teammate, and they've created that third lane now. And look at that, Lolis, Panzarella, and Delgado making that top line work. And here we go.
Yeah, let's see. And only 3 cars on that outside lane, but they're making it work. That's the really surprising part here. Only 3 cars as well. Not for long. Panzarella now, he wants to lead, and he's got Alex Hillman behind him to push him. I'm sure he, while he doesn't like relinquishing the lead of that bottom lane, probably actually is welcoming it so that he doesn't have to be full throttle anymore.
Absolutely. I think a lot of these drivers are okay with that, as Panzarella does lead that lap, and he gets in front of his teammate of Alex Hillman. Hillman and Panzarella have worked together a lot at these type of tracks. They know what to expect from one another. Hillman's such a good pusher, so I'm sure Panzarella happy with that. Not to mention, that's our points leader. Cody Gibson has obviously already led a lap today. I think that's who Panzarella's looking at. We'll pull that up. We have about 10 laps right now until we get to this stage end. So let's take a look here. This is our playoff points. So Panzarella, this is if the chase started today. These are a little bit separate, right, than from our standings. So this is the points that carry with you all the way to the chase. It resets down to, let's just imagine, 0. So this is where they'd start today. Cody Gibson has 41, and Panzarella has 48, and Stephen Kirby, who is somewhere on this list, where is he? There he is. He has 29. Those are the guys who seem to be sticking out the most right now, kind of seeming to be the big 3 of this league, if you will. Don't count out Patrick Galgill with his 16, Cody Matthews with his 22, Colton Easterday with his 20. It just goes to show how big a win is in this league. But Panzarella is trying everything I think he has right now to hold on to that regular season championship. He wants that over Cody Gibson. Cody Gibson has come into this league and completely lit it on fire, and now it's become a points game. So I think that's what you're seeing from that 12 driver. And now controlling the lead of this race, maybe thinking, maybe I can even get most laps led. Who knows the way this thing's going to go. But Panzarella doing what he needs to do right now. This has been an unbelievable points battle, and it's far from over.
Just looking at it now, we're coming up on, looks like 8 laps to go for this stage, and you got to wonder how much fuel these guys have been saving. Panzarella's not saving right now.
Whoa,
we know that
Lolis.
for sure.
Lolis to the outside. You're right. Panzarella not saving. Lolis no longer saving now either. Maybe Lois, the second he knew he had enough fuel to make it, making that move. And Panzarella, by the virtue of getting that lead, it was just a massive run. He took it. Who knows if that was enough for the 12 to make it to the end of the stage? It's really not up to you all the time. When you see those windows, you take them, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think, actually, I'm not sure who of all those guys came in for that second round of fuel, so they'd have just a lap extra. But that's going to be paying dividends if this thing stays green until the end of the stage. I'd imagine Cody Gibson's one. I think a lot of the
it's Gibson,
guys
Matthews, I think is one.
Yeah.
Mar for sure. I know Mar for sure. That'll be interesting. DC. And you see right there, the DDI teammates working wonderfully together, and that is a funny thing with Patrick Calgo third in line, sandwiched between 2 more DDI cars. 44 ever driver of Grant McGivern. Grant McGivern, what a drive by the 33 so far today. He's been in the top 10 all day, all night. He's been doing great. But right now, Calgill kind of being forced to work with his ex-teammates at DDI and doing a great job of it. As you see that 12 and that 08 just controlling the inside lane, getting the inside lane dialed in. But you also have to wonder, is Lolis going all out right now? Is fuel still in the back of that 83's mind? It's going to be interesting. 5 to go, or I should say 6, I'm sorry, in this stage. What is going to happen here? When will we see fuel start to matter? No one has come down yet.
Yeah, I don't think Lolis has much of a choice to save, really, if he's leading that line. He's got Novella, who actually drops down in front of, I believe that was McGivern.
And that tells me he's pitting soon.
Yeah, possibly pitting. Either that or trying to line up with some familiar faces down on the bottom.
Whoa, Ryan Newman, big push under McGivern.
Got another DDI car behind him. He's got Patrick Calgill, who he's, at the very least, has a bunch of experience racing with. And then two other stablemates out front leading the pack in Panzerell and Hillman.
Yeah, this is a good situation right here. And now it's just a matter of, is there any way we can stretch this fuel to? Man, this has been such a funny thing in the DDIRL lately. This league designed not to have fuel races necessarily, especially not like this, but sometimes when the cautions just fall at that perfect time, you end up with this. And this is going to be a really interesting one, and I'm thinking if we stay green somehow, some way, because look at these boys, they're starting to duel it out here. But if we do, I might think our stage winner might be exiting the pits or something, DC. That's what I'm expecting. Like, this is going to be close. We'll see. We'll know once we start to see people duck it down if it does happen on the earlier side. This will be 33 coming, or yeah, the end of 33 coming to 34 here. So we're getting closer and closer, and let's go look a little bit further behind that group of about Delgado, starting with about Zab and Matthews. A lot of single file action. Cody Gibson part of that as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking those guys definitely just sitting back here saving fuel right now, seeing if maybe if there's any way they can make it to this stage break. You know, I know those guys probably, you know, Mar being one of them, Gibson probably being another one that has that extra lap of fuel, probably will have to save a little bit less. But once again, they needed, you know, even kind of one lap extra, because, you know, yeah, you can make it to the line and win the stage if you know, if you don't have enough gas, but you're not gonna have enough gas to make it around to pit again, so you're just going to run out of gas and have to tow to pit lane. So congrats on winning the stage, but you know, now you're out of gas, and you're not gonna get a good finish out of that.
In a 2.5 mile track, you're so right about that. That can literally destroy a race, so you gotta get your priorities straight here. This is lap 35. These gorgeous camera angle right there, like legitimately, we usually are being mean, but what a shot right there. Love that. Lap 35 here, coming to 36. Only a handful of laps left. It's still been Panzarella and Lolis. These two are getting to know each other real well the past few weeks, racing each other all the time. Here we go. Is everyone still good? We have that wide angle shot available to us right here. We'll see if anyone ducks it down. Everyone's going to stay on the racetrack. This will be lap 36, and it looks like Lolis goes inside of Panzarella. Panzarella gives up the lead to Lolis, and now the inside belongs to 83, and as does the lap lead. What a move by Brandon Lolis.
Only 2 to go here in the stage. It's really just going to be determined here, I think, by Kirby. If we see anybody ducking down pit road. Looks like Stephen Kirby dropping out of the line there on the top side, just dropping to the back. And there you see, you heard Alex Hillman pitting this time.
All right, so there we go. Some guys cannot make it. Not shocking, to be honest. Oh, look at Schmidt get to the bottom. I think a lot of cars desperate to pit here. Let's see how many bring it down. We'll keep our eyes on Alex Hillman. Here we go. Panzarella's down. Lolis and Panzarella racing each other down the pits. Panzarella locks it up, nearly spins it. Wow. These guys understanding how important these positions are here.
I think just looking at it, it looks like Geyer and McGivern, the only drivers of that DDI stable to stay out here. So we look at who else has stayed out. The Newmans out there leading the field.
Yeah, the two Newmans, non-related, both not related to Ryan Newman, unfortunately.
Well, I think, maybe related to each other, I would imagine.
You'd hope.
Let's see, you got Sanchez back in third. You got the Cowgills lined up.
And this is for the stage here, DC. This is the end of 37, coming to 38. Will it be Wayne Newman? Does he have to pit? All right, a lot of cars ducking down. It's going to be Wayne Newman.
The Cowgill, Patrick Cowgill down.
All right, here we go.
Wayne Newman.
And this is going to be a complicated one to figure out, but one thing will be simple, and it's Wayne Newman. Welcome to the DDIRL, and welcome to a stage victory.
Newman, Cowgill. Yeah, Newman, Chris Cowgill. You got Zabik, Graham McGivern, Geyer in sixth, and then pretty much it's just going to be the race off pit road.
Yeah.
For the rest of these.
So, trying to find it. This is insanity. So there's Cowgill in the pits. I'm sorry, Geyer coming out.
They haven't crossed the line yet. Let's see.
Here comes
Let's see that battle on pit road.
Oh, here it comes. Sanchez. Sanchez gets Calgill. So Sanchez, Calgill, Kirby,
Matthews.
and Cody Matthews. And here comes the rest of the field behind them, led by Panzarella.
Unbelievable.
This is insanity. So Panzarella, Novella, and Lolis are linked up. They're going to pass this group, and we will start to form these groups back up. While we do that, boys, what do you say we crank it up? Because we're just going to make ourselves look stupid if we try to keep up with what's going on right here.
I say we crank it up, YZ.
Let's do this thing. All right, so these lines have formed back up. Welcome back, everybody. That was a fun crank it up, and a lot of things happening there, but one thing that has happened here, DC, is the lines have formed back up, but one thing has stayed consistent. That's Brandon Lolis controlling the field right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It looks like the bottom lane still controlled there by Novella and Panzarella. Cowgill coming up towards the back there, the third line in that group. And it looks like Stephen Kirby also on that bottom lane. These lanes just kind of neck and neck here.
Whoa!
Ricardo, ooh, got a little squirrely there. Dylan Schmidt helping that top lane out here. It looks like Zab now trying to catch the tail end of that and give them some help.
And it looks like we do have two groups here. The next group, we have Wayne Newman in, I believe. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have one with Geyer in it. Is this part of the initial group? It is. So the tail
Yeah,
end
this
of the
is
group
that's
is
just
Geyer.
pitch.
And then behind them, we have a group of 3 with the 2 Newmans. So they won the stage, but they had a price to pay for that, did they not?
Yeah, you know what? I think what that comes down to is just when you bring it into the box and you have less fuel, you got to take more fuel. All these guys probably, spending more time in the box taking fuel than these other groups that came in laps earlier, and just that split second of time can be enough to lose the draft. So, yeah, I think just that decision to run long might have cost them that here. We'll see if they can get that back.
All you need, though, to fix that is a caution, and those are not uncommon in a track like this here. You can see a pretty high level of intensity here, but we are still far from the completion of this race, getting beyond the halfway point just recently. And you see Panzarella and Novella working well here together. These guys definitely still need at least one more tank of gas to make it to the end of this race. So this by no means the running order to end this thing. So much, as you can see, can happen in those pit cycles, especially if you stay green. And look at that, Sanchez considering maybe 3 wide. Will he have any help? So far, no takers.
No, he will not, as Dylan Schmidt jumps in to fill that gap, and now he's going to be the one pushing Lolis. I think Lolis maybe, might not be too happy to not have his teammate pushing him anymore, but we'll see here. It looks like Dylan Schmidt really making an earnest attempt to get to the front here.
Schmidt's
all
been
over the back end there, Lolis.
He's been out front. He's been that top 10 group, and he came down with the right set of cars, and Schmidt has been looking strong here today. A welcome addition back to the DDIRL, Daniel Schmidt. Very much missed, and look at him
Dylan
pushing that lead. Oh, sorry, yeah, my bad. And then Panzarella, Novella, not quite lined up there. Starting to get a little bit dicey up front. This group, though, staying consistent in that group behind them of the Newmans, just not with enough volume to really make any meaningful gain on these guys right now. So they're able to kind of race it out without any threat of other packs catching them. So if this was to stay green, a great situation for this group here.
But speaking of, have you noticed there's 3 people missing? It looks like I don't see Hillman, Delgado, and I believe Cowgill. And I do have a replay for you.
Oh, let's take a look. Okay.
Now, this was back in lap 41.
Okay, pulling that up. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Eyes on Delgado here. So this is back on 41. It's about 6 laps back. And here we go. Oh, entering turn 3. Looks like just a push gone wrong.
Things kind of misaligned there. Oh, I think Cowgill might have kept it off the wall there.
Fantastic save by all involved.
Just barely.
Oh, yeah. The Hillman almost crashed into the wall, too, and was able to save it. But it did set these guys back.
It did. I mean, yeah, and that's so big, right? Because then you're trying to keep that draft. You're trying to get that speed built back up. And you're seeing it on screen here, Delgado and Cowgill, at least able to be together. But, man. And there it is right there, Chris Cowgill with a save. How scary are those moments right there, Johnny Replay?
Terrifying. I feel like any super speedway, anything that goes wrong, it's terrifying.
And it just goes to show how little it takes, too. Just a little bump going into a corner just at that perfectly wrong time. And that's all it takes, and everything goes to you-know-what.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're flying through the air.
And to be able to hold it with that high speed, that's to be props to these guys.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because, yeah, you really can't let off more than you have to, because that momentum's so important here. So important. But, yeah, we're looking at our deltas there. Look at the bottom of our screen right there. Yeah, Delgado and Cowgill 20 seconds back. Granted, this is a big lap, guys. This is a big track of 49 seconds around this place right now in the draft. So they should be okay if this can cycle out.
Yeah, something though. I think I just heard just a little bit of radio chatter. Chris Cowgill trying to get these guys lined up and get something going, but I think Hillman had to maybe mic up and say, Hey, my wheels bent to the side. I can't really do anything. This is as fast as I go. And Hillman's by himself now.
I think Hillman just said, "You guys have at it then." Yeah.
Yeah.
This truck doesn't want to do truck things. So yeah, Hillman just not able to do it, and that may be a thing that we have to look out for here. Is this field that is just putting down some hot laps here? They're to start catching some of those solo cars that don't have that draft help. We'll probably start seeing them soon in the top of our screen if this is the stick green. Yeah, there's one right there. I believe that is Tommy Fox that they're gonna be catching first. Oh boy, and yeah, there's Stephen Kirby, you know, just blinking out whenever it goes.
Yeah, these front, at least the front of these lines has been staying consistent. It's just been Novella and Lawless just racking up the laps led, leading this top and bottom line. I think most of the field kind of content to just ride here. We might, I mean, we should be seeing green flag pit stops again. The window should be open in just a few laps here, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
But you know, we'll see how. I don't think these guys will have to run the tank dry again if they don't want to. May still choose to, you know, just in case we do get that yellow. But yeah, that'll be something to watch for as well. It's like Zabik and Lois. Lois was actually, I think, maybe using Tommy Fox's draft on the top line there for a second.
Love that. Love that. One of my favorite finishes ever, DC. Like, it's not NASCAR, it's actually a kart finish. I'm going to age myself a little bit here. But back when they were racing at, like, I think it was California Speedway, maybe Michigan. And Juan Pablo Montoya was racing Michael Andretti, and he used the draft on a lapper coming to the start finish line like that to win the race. And that was the coolest thing ever. So, yeah, love that. I mean, smoke him if you got him, right? If that lap car is going to be in your wake for a second, use it up. Lowell's doing a great job of that to keep that second line, even with that inside line. I think we're starting to see a little bit of organization here as well, right? Like, these guys maybe starting to think about pit stops, maybe starting to think about the long haul here. So far, so good with the organization, but all it takes is one little misstep, and it all hits the fan.
Yeah, that's a great point there, YZ. I think these guys, I mean, they know this isn't the run to the finish. They know they got to come in one more time. This is kind of when they're probably kind of catching their breath as Sanchez now sending it 3 wide.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Maybe
on
not.
Bab there, pushing him out of the line, trying to get back to his teammate, Lawless, finally. But yeah, I think a lot of these guys kind of using this to catch their breath and get that last pit stop in before it's go time.
Yeah, I think so as well. You're starting to see teammates getting lined up, and there is Alex Hillman on the outside, going to try to probably hold that outside lane, stay out of trouble here. The next lap car these guys have to conquer, and this, again, it looks easier than it is, as Hillman's going to hog that wall with a barely handling race truck, and these guys are going to get around them. But you saw right there, these guys willing to go 3 wide to mix up with their teammates to make sure that they're matched up the way they want to. Panzarella and Novella trying to make it work right there. A little bit of sketchiness on the inside of the lane there. You see Calgill getting a nice run on Panzarella. So a little bit of intensity picking up here.
He's got to be careful he doesn't push the pusher there, though. But yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because that's how close you have to get to, really see some speed, especially out of like a 3-car kind of group like that. You really have to just get tight like that without, like, as close as you can without Panzarella to the apron there. Calgill probably doesn't want to see that.
Not great for Panzarella there, yeah, not great at all. Not what you want, and we'll see what kind of impact that has with these runs outside here. Here we go through the backstretch. Panzarella below it again, and here we go.
Oh, no.
Sanchez
Zabik. Oh, McGivern caught a big piece of it there. Tommy Fox barely on the brakes to avoid Panzarella.
Oh, that was a big one there. That was a big one. And these guys were getting close to pitting. That might make this race a little more simple. That was a crazy one. We'll take a look at it. You got it lined up, John, replay?
They're hot and ready for you.
Let's do this. Hot and ready. Oh, man, I love me some Krispy Kreme. Let's
ready
do this.
To receive.
Keep your eye on the pink truck on the second inside, second one back. That's Panzarella. See what goes wrong here. That's where I saw this originate. Bad push there from Panzarella. Checks up. Cowgill's already there. Oh, and almost getting his space license is Sanchez. Panzarella and Sanchez, keep your eye on that 62. Not too bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
McGivern got caught.
Could have been worse
Ooh.
for both drivers. Panzarella and Sanchez getting there okay. Hard to tell what exactly went wrong there in terms of blame to be given. If you want to hit us with a bar chase angle, John replay, let me know when that's ready. If you want to, up to you. Bad situation there, though. I think DDI had that one for them under control, as did Backpack Racing. I don't think that these two teams wanted to give these other teams the chance. Like, I'm thinking about Golden Octopus Racing now, with the opportunity to catch up to these guys. And here we go into the pits. In the whole field, unsurprisingly, going to bring it down.
While in the pits, let's look at that replay. Right here.
All right, let's take a look. Here's the bar chase, the end-all, tell-all. Horrible push by Panzarella on Novella. There's the checkup. Yeah, I'm going to put that one on the 12.
Yeah, nowhere for Cowgill really to go there, and nowhere to go for
Schmidt either.
Sanchez, Schmidt. Let's follow this.
And look at Schmidt and Panzarella with the synchronized spins.
Cody Matthews barely.
Cody Matthews, yeah, dodging. Oh, Zabik. Here comes Zabik.
Yeah, Zabik, Scorpio.
If you with a
Let's see.
doing Tokyo.
Oh, here comes Kyer through.
Kyer,
oh, barely.
Panzarella wanted one more DDI car.
It back up.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at Kyer go.
Yep.
Oh, that's
man.
awesome. So Panzarella ends up okay. That wreck will likely be the fault of the 12. Not a good push on Novella there, and you can see just how quickly that can materialize. But that's going to keep things maybe more simple. We're going to have 30 laps to go here. We'll see what happens here with field. Brandon Lolis will be the control car. Patrick Cowgill will be joining him on the front row. And guess who will be in third place?
Guess who indeed.
I need to bleep that button. I need to bleep that button. So this mother... Cody Gibson, man. Short track. Long track. Super Speedway. Triangle shaped. Shaped like a brick.
Square, rectangular.
Yeah, rectangular shaped. Doesn't matter. The man from Texas gets this done. Cody Gibson, man. What a just fire he has lit underneath this league since this 5 has joined. But speaking of guys that this league is lucky to have and who are here to play, look who's right behind him. A 109 of Stephen Kirby. And look at that smile. That's a devious-ass smile right there.
Might be devious because he's probably looking at that 5 truck like I remember. I remember what happened last week.
He does. We saw that.
Wait,
actually,
that was
good point.
Lolis just ducked back down pit road.
Lolis just brought back down pit road.
Wonder what that's about.
One extra lap of fuel for the 83. I mean, Lolis has not... Yep, look at that. No tires going up. Lolis is going to take some fuel. That's it. Yep. And Lolis, if there's one thing, if I'm Brandon Lolis, there's one thing I'm not worried about, it's passing other trucks, especially at this track. But yeah,
I don't know. I mean, everyone can make it to the end. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe just not wanting to be up there
maybe
for the first
some restarts too.
Yeah, maybe just not wanting to be up there for the first,
right.
I don't know, 20 of these last laps, or maybe trying to line up with some other teammates who are back here. But
that's a great point.
I'm just not sure what the thought is there.
Yeah, I think what you just said, I think maybe it's a mix. Like, let me take the extra lap of fuel, and I don't want to be up there anyway. I mean, Brandon Lowe's has been up front all day, so he knows what it's like up there. So that could be it. But yeah, I mean, I want to be dramatic here, DC. So let's be dramatic. These two were not happy with one another. I'm going to go closer to them so we can actually be dramatic. Cody Gibson and Stephen Kirby were not thrilled with one another. I think more on the Kirby side.
Well,
more on the Kirby side.
here, I was going to say,
Yeah.
I think this is maybe a one-sided beef.
I think,
mostly.
yeah, Gibson was thrilled with the whole situation. He won by 0.14 seconds. Doesn't matter. But he won that race, so I don't think he hit a word in the world. But Stephen Kirby was not happy about the way that race devolved. Could that matter here? Should we stir it up a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like
If his car even stays connected, if he, does his internet hit him more?
It's kind of started this little kind of almost rivalry triangle. It's kind of sealed in place between Kirby and Gibson and Panzarella. That'll be kind of interesting to see going forward here to the end of the regular season as we're about to go green.
Yeah, we'll see if a big three forms between those guys. But I mean, the more rivalries, the better. As you're right, getting ready to go green. Patrick Calgill on the inside is your control car. He is going to be the one leading us to green. Good restart by Calgill, going in a little bit on the middle of that zone. But what a jump by Cody Gibson's. And he has the 10 of Matthews pushing him. That's the teammate of Calgill. So we'll have to see how that works out for him. Behind them, you have the Golden Octopus driver of Stephen Kirby pushing Calgill with everything he has there on the inside. Oh, look at Cody Matthews. He wants the inside. He wants to be lined up with his teammate. Oh, and then the 42 of Wellman.
Oh,
nothing.
I think the 36 of Geyer maybe blinked back into existence there in front of him, and he had to drop out. So very unfortunate circumstance there for the 42. Although maybe actually fortunate for him.
We'll find out.
As he's out of whatever might be about to happen here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it could be a blessing or a curse. We'll have to find out here as the intensity is full peg here. You have Kirby pushing down Calgill, but you have no loyalty there. But Kirby not having the help I think he'd like to have. No teammates around him, and he knows the car behind him is a teammate of Calgill. He's not going to follow you, buddy. So we'll have to see what Kirby decides to do here. As here we go. What's going through your mind right here, Johnny Replay?
Well, I feel like I can't say it enough. Just terrifying. Like you see all these lines starting to form. You see everybody spread out. The cautions that just came out too. You don't want to wreck your car. You're just thinking, how am I going to stay alive seeing all this mayhem happening up front?
Could not agree more.
Indeed,
sorry, what were you saying? What were you saying, DC?
Well, I was going to say is, I'm trying to think. Speaking of Kirby's teammates, who he has here, he has I think just the Newmans as far as stablemates in the Gold Octopus, as Peltz wasn't able to make it today. Easterday wasn't able to make it today. So really, it's just him and the Newmans. So if he wants some help, that's kind of reliable help. That's who he's going to need.
Oh, you're so
to
right.
join him up here, but.
And you know what's real about that too, DC? Is is this not a Peltz and Easterday type of track?
It definitely is. I'm especially going to highlight Easterday. He loves these plate tracks. Loves just making moves and getting to the front. Something that is probably sorely missed by Kirby today. Having that at his disposal, but. He's settled in right now in behind Patrick Calgill, just pushing this bottom lane, taking the laps away.
And let's talk about big threes also. Stephen Kirby, this is not the first big three he's been part of. There was a PRL big three between Patrick Calgill, the driver he's pushing, and Zach Panzarella, the driver who is nowhere to be found, somewhere in the 20s right now. But those three have experience together. Calgill and Kirby especially have spent countless hours on the track together for years now. So I do think if there's someone that Kirby would like to be pushing right now, I think it's that 31 of Calgill.
Yeah, these guys definitely very familiar with each other, and he's got two of Calgill's teammates behind him who I'm sure might like him to get out of the way. They can just have that perfect lineup on the bottom.
Yep.
But Kirby's going to be holding on to that, I think. What do they say? I think they say that's like the perfect, like if you want to be anywhere during a plate race coming down to the end, that's where you want to be, pushing
inside
on the bottom, right?
Inside line, second place. Yep.
He is not going to give up that premium real estate for anything, I think, at this point.
I like to throw out the stat all the time, DC. I've won 3 Super Speedway League races, and I've led 3 laps. And the reason why for that is I'm normally where Kirby is right now when we go to the white flag, and I'm thinking I'm going to win this. I was going to say some profanity there. I'm going to win this thing. And, man, it's so funny. This type of racing is so vicious. It's so just deceiving, I could even say, in terms of what feels like where you should be. But right now, it's all about controlling things. It's going to be 23 to go this time around. Patrick Helgo going to lead another lap. And let's talk points, too, here, DC. Patrick Cowgill, this is what he needs to do. We're talking most laps led here now with Cowgill as we continue to control this race. And not just that, but a good finish would go a long way for that 31. We know he'll be in the chase. He has put himself in a points position to do such. But you know he does not want to have a deficit when we enter that chase. This is the type of run that 31 needs right now. Oh, we have trouble!
Oh, where? Oh, Chris Cowgill.
Oh, Cowgill in the wall.
Ooh.
I saw Jerry Rose involved. Jerry Rose is involved in that as well. There's Jerry Rose.
No.
Turned around. I do not see a yellow flag. Do you see?
No, it's out. Everybody's slowing down.
Okay, we are out. The yellow flag is out. Woo! Deep rest, everybody.
Well, let's see.
You got that line
Chris Cowgill immediately kind of copying to it, but let's see exactly how that took place.
Chris Cowgill just did one of those Urgles. Did I do that?
Let's see.
Look at the truth cam on right now. Yeah,
came down.
Oh,
he's on his roof.
Oh, get it to Cowgill, Johnny Replay.
Oh my goodness.
It was so big you lost connection. I do actually remember Hillman saying that. Hillman seeing that record over the radio and saying that was so big he disappeared. Ron Cowgill.
And then
there's more than one here.
Well, let's follow the 51 of Jerry Rose, because he kind of got the most. He put the bad touch on a lot of guys in that. Not really. I mean, not really his fault. Just, he was kind of at the mercy of the car as soon as he got hit, but just got ping-ponged all around.
Here we go. Oh, actually, that was not Chris Cowgill. Well, maybe. Holy God!
Oh, yeah, disconnected. That was Chris Cowgill.
So,
Chris, I love you.
So Chris Cowgill fell into the back rooms, and we pray for his safe return next week.
Hey, it's like Katy Perry went kind of to space. That was funny. I'm proud of that one, guys. Oh my goodness. Talladega. You know what Chris Cowgill said there?
What did he say?
Like, I'm in the air, guys. This is not good.
He was in the air, and then he flew off into the fifth dimension.
Oh, and he's
probably
on fire. Chris Cowgill's on fire. There he is, right there.
Oh, is he back? Did he get back? He's already back?
He's back.
Wow.
He's back. You can't keep him down.
That was quick.
The car looks like it never even went to space.
But yeah, you were saying maybe not Cowgill, because Lolis does appear to maybe kind of come up a little bit, but at the same time, it's the old who said it? Was it no, not Sergio Perez.
He doesn't say he doesn't say a lot of smart things. Who?
Is it Alonso? You have to leave a space. You have to leave a space.
Always, you have to leave the space. That's Alonso, buddy.
And while Lolis is moving up ever so slightly, at the same time, Cowgill is not a leaving the space. So it's
yeah, no, he did not leave the space.
Yeah.
And you always have to leave the space. And he didn't. But yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, Chris Cowgill was not under. There were 2 drivers under probation going into today's race. So far, so good for those 2. But yeah, it's we'll have to see. I think Panzarella may have collected his 2nd probation of the season. Chris Cowgill, maybe. It's always one thing when you admit to it. I think Chris Cowgill, a staple of this season. I'm gonna pull up our playoff points, and I'm sure. Oh, I thought Chris Cowgill been here, but I know he's eligible.
Oh,
for
he's
that.
up. He's up in the green because he's run 7 races.
He is up in the green. There
But
he
he's
is.
got 4 of them right now.
So that's just somebody right there, in my opinion, DC, who just understands this league, understands accountability. That may not end up in a penalty for Chris Cowgill there. We'll have to see. We'll see what the stewards decide. That's nobody in this booth right now, so we're just speculating. Genuinely, we are. But yeah, we'll have to see. Chris Cowgill taking accountability for that. No EOL rule in this league, so Cowgill will be able to pick up where he left off, but. I gotta show up for it every weekend, DC, but the ethics in this league, and just the way the accountability, the way everyone treats each other. We've seen positions being given back off incidents, things like that. I can't gush over enough. And just another example right there from Chris Cowgill. That to me, honestly, in my perspective, man, that to me was a racing deal.
Yeah, no, I like how you said weekend, like we aren't like smack dab in the middle of hump day right now.
Like it's not like fucking Wednesday right now. Yeah, like it's not Wednesday right now. You're right. But hey, it's Talladega. It's always the weekend in Talladega. Have you heard about the things that go on in the infield of this place? Like, have you like looked at the Reddit thread and like looked into the things that happen here?
Yeah, man, you don't know what I couldn't think of one. I'm sorry.
No, it's I couldn't think of one I could say right now that would be PG-13 even. It's pretty grotesque. So it's always a weekend here, right? But leading the field to green here, it's going to be Cowgill, Kirby, Matthews, and Gibson behind them. Man, Cody Gibson, cannot say enough about how much of a staple he's been, but my eyes on Cowgill here, DC. We'll see what happens. He's going to be the car on the inside, leading us to green here. Another big gap by Cowgill. He goes in the middle of the restart zone, and here we go. Green flag, Cowgill on the inside. Matthews, his teammate pushing him. Another teammate of the SWM team there. Mark Zab pushing them. Not a great jump from Geyer, but also not a great jump from Schmidt either. So kind of a group of 6 here, DC, as we make it through 1 and 2.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight that 10 that's on the bottom line there. He won that Daytona race, and look who's to his outside, Kirby. Yeah, those 2 guys had that massive duel in the first race of the season when the whole field wrecked behind him, that 1-lap kind of shootout.
Yeah, you're right.
And both these guys up towards the front here, having a shot at it here towards the end.
Kind of funny how the cream seems to rise to the top, huh, DC? That is a great point right there. What a
They are 4 wide back there.
They are 4 wide back there. Let's go take a look at that. Psychopaths. Juan Delgado in the middle of it.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it looks like they may figure it
wow.
out. Johnny Replay, what's happening in the back of this field right now?
I have it.
Oh,
ready.
We have something? Oh, we have? Oh.
Yeah, we could watch what happened.
Something happened? Hit it.
No, just
Oh, we got a clip.
See, we got a clip of the 4 wide.
Oh, let's see it. Oh my God. Panzarella Delgado. I think that's Tanner. Wow. Okay. That's one way to figure it out. Wouldn't recommend it, ladies and gentlemen. Wouldn't recommend it. Great job by everybody there, keeping it straight. And thank you, Johnny Replay, for the fantastic coverage right there. What is that like, Johnny Replay? I'm sure you've been part of those situations before.
Is there another synonym for terrifying that you can?
Horrifying.
Lend me here. Horrifying, nerve-wracking. Steering wheel has grip marks on it, where you hear your spotter throughout the whole race telling you someone's on your inside, someone's on your outside, and then you just hear you're part of 4 wide, and you have to lock in at that point.
Well, you know what?
Especially this late in the race.
There is one thing I wish iRacing would make an update for, and I'm gonna shout this out right now. Please tell me I'm 4 wide. they only have a 3 wide call, so you don't ever know when you're 4 wide. You have to have someone else tell you.
I've been suggesting for years that the spotter the spotter when you're 4 wide should just say, "Oh crap."
Yeah. Oh my God. Go low. Go low. So true. 16 to go here, guys, and it's Stephen Kirby right here. He's being pushed by Patrick Cowgill to the lead. You have Cody Matthews. We've talked so much about Cody. I mean, it was not a fluke what that dude did at Daytona. He got the stage and he got the win, and here he is in 3rd place, looking to get his 2nd win this season. Panzarella ducking the inside there. The inside lane seeming to make a little bit more of a push forward. The outside lane being led by Cody Gibson. I don't know if you could pick a better leader than him, but the help isn't there. The organization isn't there, do you see?
Yeah, you know what? Gibson and Marr, though, they have kind of been joined at the hip at times in this race. Marr's kind of been really a really good pusher for Gibson thus far in this race, and I think Gibson would like to have nobody else pushing him at this point as we come down towards the end of this thing.
Yeah, Gibson, I think, is lined up with a group that he is happy with. I mean, Daniel Schmidt has been a fantastic pusher all race. He's been in the top 10 all race. Look at Zab ducking below the apron a tiny bit there.
Yes, Dylan Schmidt has been a great pusher as well.
So there's that outside lane, and look who just joined the party. Lolis is here, and then you have Delgado right behind them. Delgado's been a strong driver all day here as well. Oh me, oh my, though. The pay window is clearly open. It's time to go.
Time to go indeed. You see just a little bit of a top line forming there. It's who is that? That's it's Novella.
Outside.
And I believe is that
Tanner?
The 2?
Or is the 2? I think you're right. It is the 2. And he gets cut off by Gibson.
No,
We got a wreck.
Oh no!
Oh, Delgado. Novella.
Cars flying everywhere.
Oh, what a shame for the DDI driver. Is Delgado going to Kyle?
Oh no! Oh no!
Sky Stevens had not seen enough violence yet. He wanted more. Novella doing his best Kyle Busch, but if you're doing a Kyle Busch, you're supposed to make it back to the pits.
What the heck?
What just happened, DC?
Zach, you might have blown the load on the T-bone moment of the race.
I may have, but we're gonna hit it again. Early. Hit it again. There it is. You're right. There's DC. You can have multiple. You can have multiple.
You guys ready to check it out?
Replay. Yeah, let's see that.
Garbage lined up. Trying to replay. Let's see this.
See this nice T-bone right here.
You cannot park there, Matt Novella.
Yeah. So he's up on the wall, tries to get down off of it. Delgado's
like,
there.
Play. Oh, he inserts himself. He's been inside of a lot of drivers lately.
Who is that? Is that McGivern down the bottom? Oh man.
Look at Novella.
Did he hit top of the car first in the wall?
Oh yeah, he did. Oh,
wait, no, let's
replay. Yeah, his with the Novella. His with that Novella swag. I want to hear that. I want to see that.
Yeah, hold on.
Get us that Novella track. Here we go. Hit that.
Let's see. Yeah, roof.
Oh, he Newgardens it.
Well, hold on. He's gonna pull a Ricky Bobby here, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's good. Well, you know what? Actually, more of a toe mater. A toe mater, if you will.
He thinks he's Kyle Busch.
And Delgado's there. Oh boy.
You can't park there, part 2, and then poor Delgado.
That actually
honestly. What did Delgado do to deserve any of that?
Yeah, that.
He was terrified.
There might.
He lost the lock-in.
There may be a penalty of some sort for that, but
the virtue of being a part-time driver, who's been so quick today too, Matt Novella. Oh boy. All right, boys.
That might just be. That might be a probation. We'll see.
We'll see
what the steward says.
We'll take a quick break before we go green again here. We're going for a shootout here. We'll be back in. Wait, are we side by side already? No, lights are not. We'll be right back, boys. All right, boys, we're lining this thing up. We're getting ready to go green this time around. It's going to be Stephen Kirby in the lead. Patrick Galgiel, too, is outside. We've talked so much about these drivers, DC. We have Matthews in third. We have Zab in fourth. Gibson in fifth. Marr in sixth. Geyer in seventh. Newman eighth. Lolis in ninth. And Sanchez in 10th.
Okay, you know what? Honestly, I need some help here. Can you pull up that playoff sheet one more time?
Oh, I got you. Don't you worry.
Because let's
there
see.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you want to see, my friend?
So Newman has missed one race.
Oh, the participation is what we're looking at here.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was trying to confirm. But yeah, okay, you can pull that down now. So I'm also looking. Let's see. So Kirby and Matthews, both Kirby, Matthews, Gibson, those first three on the inside lane, they all have wins. That whole top lane, no winners in that top lane. Those front two are playoff eligible. Unfortunately, Marr not playoff eligible, came in too late, but obviously would still probably like that W, would like that trophy on the shelf. Maybe venture over to KK Woodscapes, get something made. But yeah, and then looking back, even further back, Newman and Geyer also have not won yet. I mean, really, if we look at the winners, we got Panzarella with 2. We got Gibson with 2, Kirby with 1, and wait, who am I missing here? Yeah, so Panzarella with 2, Gibson with 2, Kirby with 1, Matthews with 1. I think that's all our winners, right?
Yeah, you're right there. We're forgetting Easter Day, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, and Easter Day as well. I knew I was like, wait, yeah, that's 7 races, right? No, yeah, Easter Day as well. Okay, so only, yeah, I mean, a vast majority of this field winless so far. So, are we going to see a first-time winner here? Let's find out.
Well, that wildcard rule matter. You're right. That's the virtue of these types of races and what makes them so much fun. As we get ready to go green, to me, Stephen Kirby, another big gap to the leaders. Kirby waiting till the end of the restart zone to go. There he goes. Wow, big push there from the back of Matthews. We'll have to see how that works out for this field. 10 to go here.
Lolis going 4 wide here.
Oh, wow.
Look at
Lolis.
Back there.
Oh, that's not going to work.
Just no room. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Delgado again.
massive hits.
Man.
Massive hits.
That who I also feel for is Sanchez and Sanchez and Schmidt there, who I believe were also the victims of that incident earlier with Panzarella. The innocent bystanders who got hit in that as well. So now that's twice now that they've kind of been caught up in something not of their doing. Yeah, gotta feel for those guys.
Kind of name of this type of racing. Let's take a look at it now. Here we go. And you're right. You called that before it happened, DC. That room just wasn't there for Lolis. Tries to go 4 wide, and oh boy.
Maybe a little bit of that netcode pull from Newman down. Obviously, Newman and Lolis both not happy there, queuing up over the radio.
Then let's check out the 42 because it looks like he comes in too.
Let's see. Does he get a piece of this?
Oh yeah.
Was trying to avoid it and just didn't have the gap.
So much
and
happening.
Then pushes him back up the track and
massive hit for Delgado there.
Gosh, yeah. Chris Cowgill involved once again. Tommy Fox nowhere to go. Wow, whole lot of torn up. You know what?
Brutal hits for all involved there. And we have to wonder how many people. One faster pair available to these drivers. You have to wonder how many guys have gone through that already, and when attrition will start to take a role in this race. And these guys do. When does fuel start to matter? All these leaders so far are staying on the track. Kirby did not give up that lead there. So we're going to keep this thing going. And here we go. I think it's going to be next time around the lights will come off the pace car. So, wow, this race, guys, and you see this happen so often here at these super speedway races, it can get ugly quick.
Well, I'll tell you what's not ugly is these DDIRL t-shirts.
They are not. You're right. And so we are in August now, so that 40% off discount code has expired. But don't worry, guys. You still have a discount code, and we're still going to send you free stuff. So if you place an order using the same discount code, DDIRL at dailydriversinc.com, discount code DDIRL, that will get you 25% off your order, plus a free Daily Drivers Inc. gift kit. So you've already seen a few of these guys. I've been posting it on the Discord. It's been coming with air fresheners, lanyards, all kinds of cool stuff. Sometimes even a free shirt. So we've seen Patrick Calgill, Grant McGivern, Cody Matthews, I'm forgetting some other guys in this league who have just been swagged up, looking good, wearing that DDIRL merch. So thank you guys all who have placed those orders. We're moving on to our next set of merch soon. Can't wait to show that off to you guys. And then speaking of things that aren't ugly, now that we have time, 805 Vibes coming up. So about under 2 months from now, September 28th, Sunday, over in Oxnard, California. Come check out 805 Vibes 4 Daily Drivers Inc. car show event. Get tickets if you want to show your car show at 805carshow.com. But if you just want beers, good times, beautiful cars, and hanging out with some DDRL people, it's free. It is free for spectators. So please, if you're in the California area, come hang out with all the guys in Daily Drivers Inc. See the other side of this company, Daily Drivers Inc., not just a sim racing company, but also a full-on automotive company, automotive apparel and automotive events like this one, another car show with beautiful cars on display, incredible beer, and good times. So come hang out, as it looks like the pace car may be pulling off here. We'll have to see. Or it's one more time around. Man, I'm starting to feel like it's real NASCAR out here, DC.
Yeah, some long pace laps here. So we're, so I think things are maybe going to start to speed up here. These cars coming out of pit lane. Oh yeah, tunnel.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go green here. You see Barney the Flagman and a sold-out Talladega crowd here. Getting ready to go green. It's going to be Stephen Kirby again, and we've talked a lot about Kirby and kind of his lack of help. And that situation has not gotten any better, DC. He has Calgill on the outside of him now. I feel like Calgill might be his only ally, by virtue of just of racing it in the past. Behind him, I mean, those numbers are no coincidence. The 10 and 11, those are teammates. And then you have Cody Gibson. He has Sanchez and Lolis not far behind him. So we'll have to see how this one works out. Can Stephen Kirby hold them off? It'll be 6 to go this time around as the pace car getting ready to pull off and lead these boys to green.
And I'll bring it up one more time, that thriller finish at Daytona with Kirby and Matthews. They're lined up here on the bottom. We know both of these guys very good on these plate tracks. See if history repeats itself here. But yeah, Kirby with the Cody with the green number. The two Codys pushing him here.
I know, look at that. The two Codys in the green. What are the odds of that, to be honest? And even some multiplication.
Gibson also has his teammate Sanchez there lined up with him, and also the three of Mar, who has been pushing him today. So we'll see how quick those guys jump out of line here. So maybe try to get something going. Yeah.
That may matter, DC here. If you blink out for too long and they don't know where you're at, that may matter. We've seen Kirby.
I also want to note Gerald Rose back on the lead lap.
Oh, Jerry Rose back on the lead lap. That's big news. Green flag. Kirby again. He waits until the entire end of the restart zone there, DC. I think that's just by virtue of not one of those runs to form before they get to one. This start finish line is so unique. Rick Allen will tell you all about it. You guys don't need us to. And here we go. And look at that restart by Kirby. That's working out so far. This field is smaller than it was early in this race. Attrition starting to play a role here. Kirby with the lead, being pushed by Cody Matthews, and look at Gibson looking 3 wide.
What a move. Lines up with Mar up in that middle lane. It looks like Zav and Cowgill out by their lonesome. Cowgill, a little loose up there. Trying to keep it together. That outside line not really working just yet. Kirby, we
have contact. And there goes Lolis.
Oh, my. A lot of cars almost getting airborne there. The 36 making his way through there. Oh, my good Lord. Chris Cowgill caught up in it again, I think.
Lolis in it. I see Tommy Fox on the top of our screen.
That's unfortunate.
Mark Zabek said not happy. Zabek might be parking it. Oh, no. McGrath McGivern involved as well. Oh, man. You got this thing lined up, John, a replay?
I do.
Let's take a look here.
I'm in the rig like I'm strapped in a stalker. Tight on the wheel, no room for a talker. Pushing that draft like I'm RCR, but no silver spoon.
Maybe I'm not sure if there's a little bit of netcode at play there. There wasn't a lot of space down low. Oh, as you see, definitely netcode at play with that second, the way that 42 bounced off of Lolis, but just a line of a cavalcade of cars just bouncing around.
What a mess, guys, and hard to excuse me, place blame on anybody in a late race situation like that. But man, oh man, so perfect, so well done by so many of these drivers. Lola sticking out more than anybody else, and that's just what happens at the end there. Brutal situation for so many drivers there.
Yeah, and that's what happens late in these races. There's just nobody really leaves the room. Everybody's trying to get the side draft, make it to that that white flag. Just ultra competitive here towards the end, and that's just the result.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is like the pay window's open, the time to go is gone. So here we go, guys, and let's set the play field here. This is overtime, and if we don't get to the white flag here, this race is OVER. So all we got to do, next caution will end this race. And why that's important to me is I don't know if all these guys have enough fuel to make it. I don't know if Kirby, Matthews, Tanner Marr over in fourth have enough fuel. Panzarella even over in fifth place now. Panzarella been sneaking through this pack by way of attrition. Have enough fuel to make it to the end of this race if this thing is to stay green. However, like I just said, if there's a yellow flag 100 yards into this thing, boys, we are done here. We're going home, pack this thing up. So Stephen Kirby may be hoping on for that, but who knows? Who knows if Gibson has enough? This is as interesting as it gets. We have run the max amount of laps we possibly can here, and we'll have to see how this works out for everybody. And Stephen Kirby also needs to stay connected. That's important too.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the fuel mileage, the fuel mileage actually might have snuck up on a lot of these guys who were, staying out because they don't have a reason to come back in. They didn't have damage, but maybe not realizing the last time they topped off was, a while ago, and they only really put enough fuel to, some of these guys maybe only put enough fuel to go an extra lap past regulation. And so we'll see if these guys can all make it to the end here.
And we've talked so much about the playoff points already today, DC, and now we have Panzarella, who has snuck his way up to 6th place. He'll be on the outside 3 lanes back. But man, look who is having a chance at this win. It's either Gibson or Kirby. The big three, we've talked a little bit about maybe a big three forming, and if there was one, it was between Kirby, Gibson, and Panzarella, and that is seeming to be true here today. Panzarella looking to be point racing at this point in the season, but man, Kirby and Gibson forced to be reckoned with, and in the perfect situation right now. We'll have to see what happens here. but the cream has risen to the top, even though we're here at a super speedway where we thought the wild card would be enacted here today. So far, it's not looking that way. Even Sanchez doesn't need it. It'll be all the way back to Ryan Newman in 9th place. Look for a wild card finisher right here.
Yeah, and 4 of the top 6 are race winners.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, the front row is race winners. Yeah, it's amazing how these guys have made their way up to the front here. You know, at a type of race where it seemingly is kind of luck of the draw. You know, plate racing like this, but you know, it's a different set of skills.
It's so true. We talk so much about how unpredictable this type of racing is, but there's a reason why Denny Hamlin has 3 2500s. There's a reason why Logano has the vast majority of his races at these tracks. There's a skill here, and these drivers are showing it. Next flag will end the race, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be 2 to go this time around. It's going to be Stephen Kirby leading them to green. Cody Gibson on the outside. Cody Matthews on the inside, 1 line back. Here we go, green flag. Kirby going to look to the inside here, going to try to get the best run he can. Gibson going to try to formulate something. The outside's looking good right now. And there goes Sanchez. No. Around goes Sanchez. Caution is out. Oh. That's the race. We will have to see who won. I think it was Stephen Kirby.
Everybody avoided him. Luckily, it looks like no real damage to anybody else on that. We can still pull up the replay. Johnny, replay, do you have that? You have that ready right here? All right.
Let's do it. Let's take a look. Not clear. There's a little warning tap. And there's, you fool me once. You fool me twice. You can't fool me again.
Yeah, that's tough right there.
Great job by the field so far. Oh boy.
Yeah. Let's.
Oh wow.
You know, honestly, I want to. Yeah, let's go back and see.
Yeah, let's go to.
Let's see more of that because we kind of. Well, no, let's see.
Sorry.
Let's see that wreck one more time, just to.
Yeah.
But maybe further back. Just. Yeah, let's go a little bit further back. I think. From the start of the restart, I think. And we'll see exactly. Yeah, here. Yeah, I think we can start from here.
Okay. Good call. Let's go back to the 15 and Newman. Big run by the 31.
Was that a bump there? No. Yeah, I don't know where. Yeah, there's just not a lane there. But you know, I mean, I guess that's why you close off that gap.
That's a tough one, DC.
I mean, that's why you have to close off that gap if you're Sanchez. But I mean, at that point, Calgill was. I just don't know if. Yeah, I don't know if he got the car for Carl Lowe there. I mean,
that'll be a fun one for race principal Hunter Hall to review.
Yeah.
Damn, I mean, man, I'll be honest with you, DC. If I'm Calgill, I'm saying, why are you coming down? And if I'm Sanchez, I'm saying, why are you there in the first place?
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, look at this. Here we are. And here's what I'm looking at, too. Because I know Calgill is going to end up... Go ahead and go real time with us real quick here. He's going to end up below... I don't know. I don't know that one. I don't know. Go ahead and go up to Kirby here, and let's see just how close this was when the caution comes out. Because this was the race for the win, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at Steve Kirby.
Here, actually, yeah, play it here actually, and let's actually see the moment when Sanchez comes back up onto the track.
Yeah, go up like 2 more seconds, then pause it. No, up, and 1 more second. Then
now let's
there.
Yeah.
Now go up to Kirby. And that is our race finish right there. God, that's close. That 12 of Panzarella smiling right there, because that's about the distance that Gibson got it done over Panzarella last week And how funny is that?
And I
And
think,
that's how it works
Kirby
out.
probably and Kirby probably felt that,
Wow.
yeah, that is like the moment of caution.
That really is. Look at that. Look at
Oh
Sanchez just driving
man.
it back.
Where's the yellow lights on the wall?
If you think iRacing is that
We
good.
still green? Whatever. That's all right. But yeah, Kirby, some redemption for him this week. Felt like
Yeah, wow.
maybe his shot to win last week was kind of taken from him, but goes out and gets the redemption this week.
And with that said,
And
let's take a look at the results too, because we just glossed over that. And
he
also,
also no burnouts. I think his
Yeah,
connection
so-
dropped the second that race finished.
I went to go look at those, and yeah, I can confirm that, DC. His connection dropped seconds after he won that race. So if Kirby, if that caution comes out 15 seconds later, we have a different winner here today. But we don't. Kirby gets it done. He's going to join the 2 winners club, and I think we may have a big 3 here, DC. Stephen Kirby, Zach Panzarella, and Cody Gibson have now won 2 races, and they are putting themselves in a league of their own when it comes to playoff points. Stephen Kirby, the winner here today at Talladega. Second place belonged to Cody Gibson, and that 0.34 is not indicative of what the actual finish of this race was. At the moment of caution, I think we're looking at similar to last week. We'll get you guys an exact measurement for next week, but I bet it was closer, guys. I bet it was closer. Cody Gibson, though, gonna have to sell for second place today. Tanner Marr, wow, what a drive by Marr. This guy, a newcomer to the league. This is his second race here today. He's gonna take it home on the podium here. 4th place won Cody Matthews. This guy clearly knows his way around a super speedway. 4th place finish for Cody Matthews. Zach Panzarella doing what he has to do as the points leader. Panzarella coming in here with the top 5, and is going to continue to lead the points out of this race. 6th place Patrick Cowgill. Cowgill, so many chances to win this race, did not materialize there at the end for him. 7th and 8th, we've seen these 2 Newmans together all race, and that is not any different here to finish it. 7th and 8th belonging to Ryan Newman and then Wayne Newman. Don Geyer gonna bring him in 9th place. Don Geyer clinging on to that last chase spot. That's a big finish for the 36 Geyer. 10th place, Glenn Grigsby. Grigsby's consistent today. One of those guys looking at that perfect attendance. Grigsby doing what he has to do with that top 10 finish there, DC.
Yeah, and I think that's back-to-back top 10 finishes for him too.
Yeah, about that.
But then we look down at 11th. Jerry Rose, who joined this race late, was able to get his lap back, get a competitive finish there, just outside the top 10, down to Tommy Fox. He was involved in a couple incidents, also fell a lap down, was able to get back on the lead lap, back up to 12. Brandon Lolis, pretty sure stayed on the lead lap all day, but very adventurous last few restarts for him. Falls down to 13th. Matt Novella, we saw him out front a lot today, was running a lot better than that 14th place finish, I think. Kyle Wellman also ran into some trouble. Was part of that incident where Geyer blinked out for a second and had to fall back. But we saw him get caught up in other people's stuff. Unfortunately, falls back to 15th. Graham McGivern, also another one that just got caught up in a lot of stuff. Finishes 16th. Let's see, then down in 17th. Chris Cowgill, maybe got caught up in other people's incidents, but also maybe caused one of his own. Down in 17th. Juan Delgado went for a wild ride a couple times there towards the end. Takes it home 18th. 19th, just very unfortunate circumstance on that last restart, drops him down to 19th. Absolutely just brutal. Mark Zab down in 20th. Now we're down at the used car lot with Mark Zab. The debuting Scotty Stevens down in 21st. The returning Dylan Schmidt down in 22nd. Alex Hillman down in 23rd. And Larry Bell, who only, I think, didn't get to run that many laps. Yeah, ran just about half of the laps, but he's going to bring it home 24th.
Fun race, guys. That one was crazy. I mean, what else could you expect from Talladega? This league has been such a staple of just unbelievably clean driving, incredibly high integrity races, but we're at Dega, and I think we got what we signed up for. So I had a great time here today. Amazing field size. Cannot thank all the drivers, whether you're watching or not. or it's your family watching, thank you for showing up. Love these field sizes, 24, so awesome. Again, this right now in a non-recruiting league, so this is awesome to see these new drivers being brought in, whether it be by newer guys, or I'm sorry, by newer, not by newer guys, by mainstay guys, or by just guys who have been signing up earlier and showing up. Really means a lot, and just having the best time with this league right now. So amazing race here. We only got 2 more to go, boys. Richmond and Dover. Dover being the 144, the 44 ever 144. Shout out Sam Payton. We're thinking about you. Thinking about, or shout out to his family and everyone involved. And can't wait to get to our last crown jewel, cap off this regular season. Also want to shout out to my father, who's got the hospital too. So 44 forever made me think about that and all the awful things we have to deal with, and why it's so awesome that sometimes we get the opportunity to raise money and awareness for things like that in this league. So can't wait for that race at Dover. But we got Richmond next week, boys. I'm excited for that. It's going to be a great one. And only 2 to go here in this regular season. So this has been an amazing start to the season. Talladega, I mean, no surprise, not disappointing whatsoever. So incredible stuff. Any final thoughts before we sign off here today, DC?
No. I had a lot of fun at Talladega. This was a fun race. You were kind of talking about it before. Yeah, this was a weirdly fun race despite all the craziness towards the end. And maybe sometimes even because of the craziness towards the end.
Right, like maybe sometimes shenanigans isn't the worst thing. And I think today was an example of that. Fun stuff, great driving, great intensity. Johnny Replay, thank you so much for all the replays today. You're staying true to that name, doing a great job, giving us a new element to these broadcasts. Cannot thank you enough. Any final thoughts before we sign you off here today, Johnny?
I actually have something for you. It's not a replay, but it is a picture.
Let's hit it. Let's see.
And it is of the finish.
Wow, look at that, DC.
Oh, Lord.
What a shot.
Wow.
Now, is this a closer finish than the race we had last week?
I was literally about to ask that. Visually, it looks close. It looks close. It was 0.014, but visually, it looked closer this week. We'll have to find that out. Damn, that's close. And Cody Gibson, love you, but yeah, hurts, doesn't it, buddy? Not that I would know. I'm just assuming Zach Panzarella would know. And look at that. And look at, you see the 12 up the rear end of the 3 there. The 10 of Matthews with a big run. Man, if we had stayed green, what could have happened there? Great shot there, though, Johnny Replay. I love that. What if 2 weeks in a row, definitely less than half a second to decide the finishes. Awesome stuff. Man, love it. Thank you so much for that, Johnny. Any other final thoughts from you?
No, this is my present for you guys. It's
oh, gift wrapped. Loved it.
Little gift wrap with a bow on top for a little thank you for all the wrecks that kept my job.
Yeah, shout out to the field for that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the 3-man booth. Loving the replays. So cool to show you guys everything that's happened there on the field. Don't forget to check out DailyDriversInc.com. Get that merch. Use the discount code DDIRL. That will still get you 25% off and a free Daily Drivers Inc. gift pack. We still want to get you guys all geared up with all the merch this league has to offer. So make sure you go there and sign up. We'll be back next week at Richmond, but this network will be back tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe Friday. But Thursday night, Thriller Truck Series racing will be covered here on this network soon. And then Monday night, we are back for MRL Premier Cup Series racing. And we have some really, really, really exciting news to hit you guys with in the next couple of weeks here for the DDIRL. Extremely exciting news. I cannot wait to let you guys all in on that. We're just going to have to materialize a couple more things, but it's going to be big. But thank you guys so much for joining us here today at Talladega. This track, like we said, never disappoints. It gave us the product that we knew it would. Big shout out to all of our sponsors, Vortex Racing Network, Daily Drivers Inc., Tuner Squad, Salmon Amateur Stores, KK Woodscapes, Chantilly Lace, everybody who makes this league possible. We could not thank you guys all enough. It was a pleasure here at Dega, and we will see you next week for Richmond at Race 9. Only 2 more to go. It's inaugural season before we get things kicked off.